dress to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines, drinking the finest champagne, wearing first dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy myself, they can't.
Hello, darlings. Welcome back to Cognac's Corner. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we're here for Dress for Success. And I'm here with this charming gentleman. Introduce yourself to the camera and tell us why you're here tonight, darling.
I am Marc Sussman. I am here to support my wife, who is here and is doing some coaching work for Dress for Success, lifting up women, trying to get them prepared for a business career. So I'm here to support her. I have a broadcasting career. I have a show on the Air America radio network that's about money. It's about the essence of money and personal responsibility, and Dress for Success fits
right in there.
There it is, exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. Tell us about this show that you have.
Well, it's about the three dimensions of money. Money is obviously can buy you a lot of things, but it also has a soul. You know, money has a purpose out there in the world. So we explore, how money can help us to turn around our environment, or how it can lift up people in other countries, the kinds of things that Americans are now starting to focus on. So it's
That's very interesting. How did you get involved in this TV show and this whole idea behind this concept of money having a soul? That's different.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever heard anyone say that money has a soul.
It does. It absolutely does. And it reflects you. I mean, it has a karma. It reflects the things that you invest in. How you handle money is a reflection of who you are, your essence. So that's really, and it's a radio show. It's on the Air America radio network. It's a nationally syndicated show. It's called The Money Message, and it's on Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock.
I'll have to remember to tune in and listen to this fun show about money. And what other topics do you discuss? Is it just about money?
Well, it's not only that. I mean, people are pretty dysfunctional sometimes about money. They don't handle it well. I know people that make big money that really have nothing to show for it because they've gone out and
blew it all.
Exactly. And we may have some very difficult times coming, so people should be putting it away, to support themselves in the future if things start to fall apart. So it's about being responsible, it's about being ethical, it's about treating people with respect. And that's really the essence of the show. We interview a lot of interesting people.
And not being abusive with money.
Exactly.
I watched a show not too long ago about money and the evils of what people can do once they get money. It's so evident that when these people win the lottery, that they go through all their money within like 2 or 3 years.
It's interesting that you should say that because the stories of people who win lotteries are tragic. Usually the people...
It's like a curse instead of winning the money, right?
Well, what happens is the people around them change. Their attitudes of everybody around them become about the money, not about them as people anymore. It's all a different game, and so it's a very sad story. Most of the time there are a lot of divorces, there are family squabbles and all kinds of infighting about the money. Neighbors are resentful and people are jealous, and people, all of a sudden you got cousins coming out of the woodwork with good investment business ideas. So it's a challenge. It's a
challenge, and I find that most people that win the lottery, they should just leave and never come back.
That's right. Well, you know what? I mean, there's a lot of interesting stories out there.
I've heard many. Even within my own family, there has been an incident where someone did come into a huge amount of money, and I mean, it's just tragic. And even the church goes after the money too.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other story. We won't go there.
Yeah, we won't go there.
But the interesting thing is that it's almost, you can almost prove that the more money you have, when you get past a certain point, the more money you have, the more that blocks your ability to have happiness, to have closeness with people in your life, because the money becomes everything. And money is just money. I mean, people are really what the value is in the world. Your relationships, your children, your family, how you feel about them. That's really what's the valuable stuff that you've got. The money is just money. So
you teach people how to regroup or rethink what the money can really do.
I can give you an example. A doctor is a scientist. He's a cancer researcher. He's making $75,000, $100,000 a year. Supports his family, loving wife, children. Everything's great. They respect what he does. They love it. Gets offered a job working for a major financial institution evaluating healthcare properties. Now he's making $2 million a year. He's never home. Now what happens is the whole family falls apart. They're having affairs. The marriage falls apart. He's addicted, so he goes into recovery. I mean, the kids are spoiled. They go to private schools. They become the whole picture. So you look at it and you say, who could have the courage to make that decision? To have the vision that decision is gonna block their happiness, their future. Who could say no? I don't want to. I'm going to make $2 million a year, but I'm not going to be with my family. They're going to see me once every couple of months. I'm not doing it. But it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of insight to make that decision.
And how can you make money and have a lot of money and still be happy and be with your family?
Well, you know what? The happiness.
Do you have to make a choice?
Well, you don't have to make a choice, but you can't live a life without the emotional connections in your life, because you have to work so hard or work so many hours, or it's a challenge for me because I manage money, I have a financial planning practice, and I have a radio show, and it becomes overwhelming. The time, you don't have enough time to do
I know, darling, I know. I go through that with the television show too. Yeah. I do. I know, I sympathize with what you're going through. Yeah. Tell me, do you love doing the radio show?
Oh man, if I could do it full time, I would.
Me too. I love what I do. I love interviewing people, and I'm sure that's what you do too. You interview people also, right?
Yep.
Tell my audience, is there a website that they can go to find out more information about your radio show?
Yeah, MarcSussman.com. Marc is with a C. Is that backwards on TV? Okay. Marc is with a C, and it's Marc Sussman, SUSSMAN.com. The website has a lot of information about, it has a podcast of all of the shows. They're all there. You can listen to all the shows we've ever done. And they have information about different subjects also, socially responsible. I mean, women's issues are a critical element. We're here with Dress for Success. But all of the issues of tobacco companies and weapons manufacturers and alcohol. I know they're drinking wine here, but hopefully nobody's got a problem. Gambling. Tell me what gambling does for people. I mean, it does something for casinos, but what does it really do for people? Mm-hmm. And it's a major problem, addiction problem. The issues of people all over the world, sweatshop labor, and it's all about social and economic justice. And in this country, we've got a lot of people up top, little 1% up top, and then an awful lot of people that don't have any access to resources. And it's getting worse. It's getting much worse. So that's really
here to change that all.
Exactly.
Now, how did your wife get involved in Dress for Success?
She's a coach, and she does a lot of networking, and she's wonderful. She has a full-time job during the day, and she works for one of the big accounting firms. She's very responsible and time-consuming job, but she wanted to be in a helping profession. She wanted to feel like she was doing something directly for people, and that's what she gets from the coaching. It's for people that are crossroads. It's for people that, there's an awful lot of people that are turning around and saying, what am I really contributing? What am I really doing? I may be making money, but it's not something that fills me up. So these are the kind of people that she works with.
It's terrific, really. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you very much, Marc, for taking the time out to talk to us here at Cognac's Corner.
You're a great interviewer, you know that?
Thank you, darling. Give me a kiss goodbye.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep watching. More celebrity interviews coming up, darlings. Pink champagne kisses.